The Institute of Directors, Nigeria, marked another significant moment in its existence as it experienced a change in the baton of leadership. It was the formal investiture of its 16th president, Chief Chris Okunowo, FIOD, who was until his election the first vice president. Highlights of the event was the swearing and conferment of the presidential regalia, an emblem of authority on the new leader of IoD Nigeria.
I pledge to work in a concerted effort with other council members to provide strategic leadership towards achieving the goals and objectives of the Institute.
In his acceptance speech, Chief Okunowo paid tribute to past presidents of the Institute and pledged under his leadership to strengthen corporate governance and ethics practice in Nigeria.
I pause to praise our visionary founders. They worked tirelessly and sacrificed their resources to achieve the noble objectives of IoD Nigeria. A number of them have since passed on, leaving behind a legacy which has endured in the IoD's continued advocacy for good governance practice, as enshrined in the principles of good ethical conduct, of transparency and accountability in our organization. Many other distinguished past presidents of the IoD who are privileged to lead its affairs, starting from our doyen, Mr. Emmanuel Idewere, DFIOD, right down to our immediate past president, Alhaji Ahmed Rufai Mohammed, FIOD. They discharged their responsibilities with honor, clarity, wisdom, and dignity. We are proud of them, all because today the IoD has over 4,000 members, serving as directors in various callings and capacities. Today, I have made it a duty to present a memorabilia to all past presidents of the Institute as a token of appreciation of the selfless services they all put together at the disposal of the Institute. Today, there is a missing link between the government and business, as well as the public, in respect of policy formulation and implementation. Therefore, the IoD during my tenure will work to strengthen public sector, private sector policy interactions in the broader national interest. If this is achieved, it will reduce the tendency of policy imposition from the top, thereby creating an enabling environment where policy making and implementation will be participatory with the involvement of all stakeholders, the civil society groups, professional bodies, organized private sector, and the public. This will help to connect the nexus between the government and other professional bodies, including ours. The strong voice, IoD, will become the strong voice of business in Nigeria.
The 16th president gave special distinguished fellow awards to former IoD presidents, late Chief Anofi Gubadia, late Alhaji Ali Baba, late Oba Oladele Olashore, and Chief Olu Akikungbe, CFR. Honorary awards were given to Mr. Obi Ezeode, President CEO Beluxi Industries, veteran journalist Mr. Sam Amukakpemu, founder Vanguard Newspapers, and Dr. Olutola Mobolurin, veteran stockbroker and founder Capital, Bancorp Limited. Some of the members, past presidents and heads of partner institutes, speak on the next level for the new president.
It's a wonderful thing to have Chief Okunowo as the 16th president of IoD. And the IoD is a corporate governance leadership institution. We expect that this is going to bring additional enhancement and a very well articulated development into governance at the private level, and of course all of us looks forward to seeing that improvement. I must tell you, I work for an institute that believes so much in ethics and professionalism, and as also a member of the IoD, I look forward to seeing some level of enhancement in the quality of people, and of course for the country. As a nation, we are talking of anti-corruption, corporate governance, ethical practices, professional practices. I see more of these resonating in all our dealings across board.
I can say most sincerely that this is a new dawn for IoD and for Nigerian business in general. So by and large, what we want to see is a higher level collaboration, especially in the financial industry. And you could see a lot of the dynamics is changing, the environment is changing by what is happening in terms of the environment, both at the local scene and even in the international scene, that is impacting significantly on Nigeria, because we are not insulated in any way. So for me, I think governance needs to come to the next level. Collaboration needs to go to the next level also, and to ensure that in terms of by the time we come up with the collaboration, we're going to have a better structure that is going to run our financial system going forward.
For us, I think it's a step in the right direction to promote ethics and governance, and it's quite interesting that is, he's made it. For us, the Chartered Institute of Bankers, we will continue to collaborate with them and ensure that we strengthen governance in this country, which is very, very important. We'll create the necessary framework, like in Chartered Institute of Bankers, that is being enthroned. Ethics and compliance certifications is already taking root in all our institutions.
First, I would say to Chief Okunowo that he has inherited a very strong, focused institute that was built on a very solid foundation. His experience over the years has really prepared him for this great responsibility. He will put a lot of effort in ensuring that there is better relationship between the government and the private sector. He also will give private sector a lot more confidence than they have now in dealing with government, and bring professionalism to the directorate and the corporate existence of companies, and the various things that need to be done and taught in terms of corporate governance must be well and highly held up for people to understand, and training must be a continuous thing for all directors. Thank you very much.
For Chief Okunowo, it is about leveraging on the legacies of his predecessors and driving 5-point agenda of the Institute.
In terms of deepening corporate governance in the country, it is best done by advocacy. And importantly, by the fact that we as a body also practice what we preach. I intend to encourage the Institute, our council, to approve measures that would help drive, establish and strengthen corporate governance. These things are not far-fetched. We have also just included in that mix the ethical code for our members, so that when we talk about, the issue of investment or FDIs into Nigeria, it's all around the fact that there's profitability and business ethics. Whenever you find such state of affairs going, you find that invariably business also develops. And once you can do those things and mix them properly, then we shouldn't have a problem. But definitely advocacy is the best way in which we can preach this. And then, of course, for us to do it ourselves, to talk about, to do what we preach.
With a new leadership in place at the Institute of Directors, it is expected that it will play a critical role in shaping the policy formulation and implementation framework of the government and drive the advocacy on ease of doing business. This will be vital to achieving a stable political economy and attracting more foreign direct investments into the nation.